Hey guys, and welcome back to Mary J's Hauls and our Amazon Merch Q4 Challenge. So today, in addition to going over our sales update and our tier up, we will also be going over merch informers and the three main things that they really deal in, right?
Yeah, basically. We're going to show three features at least.
Yeah, so to start, we got tiered up to tier 100, so we got a new fun little monster. I think I like the purple one better, but I'm happy with tier 100.
It says raw skills.
Oh.
Little alien monster thing.
So I do have to say that overall, it looks like our sales progress has been declining. We've been doing more political shirts.
Well, we've been, since the tier up, I mean, we were maxed out at 25 out of 25, and we had been replacing some of the stuff that hadn't sold with more politics-related stuff, which is very generic, so we were just kind of hoping that something would get a sale and something would stick, and so far, no traction. And since we got tiered up, which was a couple days ago, I think.
Yes, and this is Pablo. Sorry,
Pablo.
we forgot to introduce you. This is our new little micro chihuahua, Pablo. You guys probably have seen like 6 on our channel now. But he's our new little boy.
Very sweet.
He is a very sweet, sleepy boy.
And what were we saying? So no traction on politics shirts. Also, the approval time has been miserable. Anybody that's been watching that's submitted some, good idea. Good on you for submitting shirts in a niche that's in very high demand. But also, the approval time, I'm sure you noticed, sucks. So it takes like a day to multiple days to just get them from like submitted to... because they all seem to go to under review, you know?
Yeah. So in the last 7 days, we had 3 sales, and I believe all of them were the Karens. And Boner Donor.
Someone had to get their Boner Donor hoodie.
Boner Donor.
You know what we
and
might
I think this one's a Karen.
Too? I have an idea for the next video.
Okay.
But we'll save it. I just need to write it down before I forget. No, it's okay. I won't forget.
Okay, cool. So let's get started with Merch Informers.
Anybody? Yeah, we'll do Merch Informer. But yes, 15 sales so far this month.
Yes.
And we honestly could start optimizing some of those for profit since, you know, we're in tier 100 and I don't know how much of a deterrent price is going to be. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, in fourth quarter when everyone's buying Christmas gifts and stuff, I don't think price is much.
Right. Yeah.
Is much of a debate. Okay. So you want to start with the trend tracker with Merch Informer?
Yes. So Merch Informer, first and foremost, anybody that hasn't heard of it, it's basically, you know, we did videos talking about how to find niches and validate niches. And I think that ultimately led us to this video and saying how, like, hey, there's a faster way.
Yeah.
Pablo's looking at me like, who are you talking to?
I know.
Thinks I'm talking to him. But there's like a better way sometimes of getting these niches kind of served to you on a platter. And we don't want to give like a full tutorial of the tool. I've done that, you know, in my courses and stuff, but it's not really required. Like there's certain things that work really well. And I think like that can be enough, even though there's more functionality baked in. For the purpose of this video, like what I want to show is good.
Yeah, and if you guys decide that you do like Merch Informers, I will put a promo code below as well as a link to sign up and
20% off, I think.
20% off.
Yeah, support,
pretty good deal.
Support Mary J. Hall's channel.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. So Ryan, what did you want to talk about this? Because I am just as new to it as all of the viewers.
So this is, and Merch Informer, by the way, like it's probably at least the first one I was aware of, tool for assisting in niche research, and this made a lot of people a lot of money over time. It's not really a secret anymore, you know, but initially it kind of was a little bit of a secret. But so I've been a member since like 2017. But the trend tracker, which by the way, on the left-hand side, let's zoom in a little bit, like hold control real quick so I can.
Teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork. All right, there we go. All right, so on this left-hand side here, under Trend Hunter, if you click that, it'll say movers and shakers and trend tracker. Movers and shakers is a good way of tracking products that have had like a really nice improvement in bestseller rank recently. Here, take Pablo while I talk. Mm-hmm. And Trend Tracker is what I prefer as my go-to because I primarily try to sell like evergreen shirts that get consistent sales.
Yeah.
And this doesn't... So when you come to Trend Tracker, this is the first place I'd go in Merch Informer, personally, just speaking to myself. The period, you can only set up to 3 months. So if you could set that to like 12 months, that would be a better indicator of like a true evergreen shirt. Because look what it lets you do. There's an aggregation period of data.
Yeah.
So if you set it to the longest one possible, to me, that's what I'd rather do if I'm looking for evergreens. So I set 3 months, average BSR. I think there might be a bug with 300K to 500K, so I don't use that.
And BSR means best selling rank?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the lower the better. But like if you go to 0 to
better.
100K, you know, those are good. Those are shirts that are really selling well. And shirts that can really sell that well for an aggregation period of 3 months are oftentimes like Disney shirts.
Yeah.
You know, so... I don't usually go there and also it's just hard to compete. Not that you should be deterred, but it's more approachable in my mind to go to like 200 to 300K because those are still making regular sales, and that means that the average BSR over that period was in between 200 to 300,000. So they're making regular sales. So it's amazing that this tool even exists. So you get that. You can expand it from shirts to sweatshirt, hoodie, pop sockets, V-neck, tank top, raglan, and soon floor pillows and tote bags.
Why don't we do something different if we're gonna do an example search rather than just t-shirt?
Honestly, because I don't know if I've ever looked at other product types, but yeah, let's have some fun. I hope it works. So Merch Informer, one thing, I use this other tool called Merch Ninja a lot too. They pretty much do the same thing, except one is like a lot faster, even though that was pretty quick. But the next one we're going to show is called Product Search, and that one took like 30 seconds. That's the only, you know.
I don't ever even notice that because it's like, still, computers work faster than my brain does. So it's still getting there before I do.
So it looks like it worked. And it only had 26 results, which is interesting. I mean, granted, t-shirts are the primary bestseller, so you're going to have the most.
Yeah. I just wanted to see if this was a good way of being able to, you know, stand out.
Yeah, and you know what's also worth pointing out, too, is like, we're evaluating, he's to the left, we're evaluating niches, not, like, for the niche to matter that it was on a hoodie would really only be if it was, like, a hoodie-specific niche. Otherwise, like, more or less, it's really just serving up, like, ideas for design.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good question to try hoodie, because I've never tried, but pitter-patter. That's what Onyx sounds like when he walks. But see, 26 results is kind of like restricting. And then also, guys, worth noting that when you use Merch Informer, like Rick and Morty, you don't want to sell that. U.S. Army, you don't want to sell that. Like,
yeah, those
they
seem
might
like,
be
yeah,
partnered with Amazon. Boom Roasted. I mean, that's one of those that's, I think, from The Office. And so that had popped up in my top 5 niches of the week video as like
recently.
a t-shirt. Yeah.
Huh. I guess The Office is trending again.
Everybody's at home just
Watching The Office.
Yeah. That's what I said. Everybody that used to work a 9-to-5 job and hated it, now they're at home not working and watching a show about people working a 9-to-5 job.
The world we live in.
2020 is backwards world. I paused my game to be... So, I mean, these are some evergreen niches. I would honestly just go with shirts because you get more results. 26 is not that much. All right, 661. And here's what's great about Merch Informer. Like, when I'm doing a video or we're doing videos, like, we scroll a little bit slower and we talk a little bit slower. But, like, if you're using this on your own, I think one of the benefits here is, like, you're not having to do what we talked about in the previous videos of, like, DS Amazon Quick View and, like, scanning and really, like, analyzing. You know, the data's already been crunched here. We already know over the last 3 months, average BSR, 200 to 300. All you really need to do is, like, go fast, you know, scroll and kind of see, like, okay, am I going to sell a generic USA? No. Papa with a flag? Probably not. You know, like, but there's got to be something here that's more indicative of like a good niche. You know, Nickelodeon.
So now, do you use Merch Informers to find niches?
Yeah. Basically, this is serving up, cause like sometimes it's like, hey, sell this design. Other times, and more of the times, I'd say, because you don't want to just copy someone's design. It's saying like, hey, this is a good niche. You know, like this one is hilarious. Murder Hornets, check. Pandemic, check. Civil unrest, check. Turn 40, check. And then unchecked, zombie apocalypse, alien invasion. That's hilarious, and you could make that your own. You could put a spin on that yourself.
Yeah.
Very easily. And what this is showing us is that, I mean, the 3-month average is that it's established. It's been selling well for the last 3 months. So
now, like, aside from, I guess, this shirt that you just showed us,
the price. Sorry, 23.
Do you? I just get confused as to, like, how you find niches from this. Like, this I could see being a niche.
Oops. But check that out. They're making bank. $23 for that shirt.
It's a smart shirt, though.
Yeah.
But, like, so would you go there to look for shirt ideas to not copy, but replicate? Or are you going there for full-on, like, categorical ideas to see what's trending in the 200,000 to 300,000 BSR?
Yeah, like, it's, like I said, we're just looking for, in my mind, I like to see a general idea of what's selling as opposed to saying, like, oh, let me copy-paste that design exactly as it is and sell it. Unless it's something like Boner Donor, where it's straight from a movie, you know?
Yeah, I just, like, for me, my hardest thing is thinking of designs to create, you know? And so that's really, I think, what takes me the longest.
Yeah,
and so is this how you figure out what designs that you may want to create?
This is one way. I always say I don't think it's required to use a paid tool.
Yeah, agreed.
But you don't have to question these results. You already know what you're getting.
Yeah.
What's interesting is the price point on some of these. Like another $23. Oh, but that's okay. It's priced higher because it's Sesame Street. The anti-Trump So, I mean, at the same time, too, it's just worth mentioning that, like, there's no magic formula, you know? It's not like, oh, I used Merch Informer, and now every product I post to Merch by Amazon is a success that gets a sale. It doesn't work that way, you know? I just like this because I'm targeting primarily evergreens. And again, it's only a 3-month window, so it's not perfect.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not telling me to sell Halloween shirts, right? None of these so far have been anything other than what I would call evergreens. Like, people turn 6 years old year round. People turn...
Socialism distancing.
Funny engineering shirt. I'm not arguing, just explaining why you're right. I mean, yeah, I already sell shirts like that.
Yeah.
You know, you just swap out engineer for something else. Anti-Trump, that'll come and go. The slave. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you need to stay away from, though. It'd be good if they tried to add a filter to get some of these done. You had the Friends style design there. Don't do that. I mean, those get removed regularly.
Really?
Yeah, I always do on my top 5 niches of the week removed designs, and the Friends style design, like, they get caught eventually. Retired 2020, the year when poop emoji got real. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's lots of ideas. This is really just for generating ideas, as long as you're smart enough to stay away from the protected stuff. I just want to work in my garden and hang out with my chickens.
That's me.
Who thinks of that shirt, right? But here it is as an idea.
Don't buy me that shirt. Yeah. I like some of the other succulent ones more.
We need a pet chicken, though.
We should get a pet chicken.
All right, so let's show the other one, product search.
Okay.
And notice here, let me just give you a quick distinction in case you're wondering. So again, this is the Trend Hunter. Or Trend Tracker, sorry, Trend Tracker. It's underneath Trend Hunter as the parent category. And Movers and Shakers, without demoing it, just so you know, it's attempting to detect shirts that have seen a
high spike.
Yeah, a swing in sales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like, it could be a good way of catching a new trend, but it's not a perfect science, obviously. I have to give the disclaimer, like, none of this is magical. So if you're not using Merch Informer, just so you know, it's like not some silver bullet that's going to make you rich, but the software is attempting to do a lot of this work for us. So it can put you onto some new trends. You know, this is what it looks like here.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But they're not all like new trends that are going to be huge. All right. Product search. So here with product search, we can provide seed keywords. So if we want to go a specific direction, like if we were looking at the trend tracker here and we saw like the daddy of the baby shark shirt, and then we start typing in like daddy shark, which I'm not going to search because this one takes like 30 to 45 seconds, but no, it didn't do the autocomplete. Unicorn. All right, well, the first time we executed the search, it had an autocomplete that mimicked Amazon's keyword suggestions, which is a good way of finding sub-niches. But even if you don't use the autocomplete, you can just provide seed keywords like I typed in unicorn, and then you just scroll. So I think actually what it said was unicorn costume. And so we did unicorn costume. So, there it is. Yeah. Oh, now it's working. All right, well, we typed in unicorn, and then it said unicorn costume. And then you can switch to marketplaces based on where you're looking. Looks like they support US, UK, and Germany. Again, you can change the category. But again, unless it's like the niche is tied to the product, which most aren't, you're probably okay just doing t-shirts because most data for that. Then you hit search, and about 30 seconds later, it returns, you know, the keywords, which is what you provide. Total results is interesting. There should be more than that, than 48, but who knows? Amazon's been weird about hiding the number of results, so... Average BSR from these 48 is 2.5 million, which is surprising. Like maybe there's a couple with like 10 million. You don't trust the average BSR too much. You know what I mean? There could be a shirt from 3 years ago that's still indexed that hasn't sold and has a BSR of 25 million that just ruins the average, you know? Give you an idea of the price range, average price. And then here's again what's cool. Like they give you a lot of data right here at a glance, but you can just scroll through. You know, unicorns. So if we're selling unicorn costume shirts, unicorn security, unicorn riding triceratops. Cute cat pumpkin unicorn. Oh, catacorn. This is my human costume. I'm really a unicorn. You know, just so many ideas. I'm the Papa zombie corn. So just a ton of ideas served to us on a platter.
Yeah, that you can take and make your own.
Yeah. And what's cool is like, again, we just provided the keywords and I mean, but you can also do this on Amazon. So it's not like you need, I'm just saying, you know, I'm not trying to talk against Merch Informer, but also being the guy who isn't just trying to say, hey, spend money on something that, you know, but it's a business. So, you know, it's okay to
now,
invest.
I feel like the next tool that we talk about from there is really where Merch Informers would be.
This is something I can't live without this right here.
So as we talked about in some of our last videos, we said we were going to do a follow-up trademark video talking about how and what program allows you to post shirts to merch, and then if something comes up where a trademark is filed, they will alert you to take
Yep.
down the shirt. So here we are at our Trademark Alerts.
Yes, Trademark Alerts. Good description. So if we post a funny, what did we just see? Zombie Datacorn or Unicorn Security shirt. If we post that today and then a trademark gets registered in the future and we don't check the trademark database every day, because who has time to do that? This will actually do it for us. You literally just type in Unicorn Security, hit save, and it gets added to the list that they regularly check for you. And it will alert you and hopefully give you time to remove that and remove all your listings before you get in trouble.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, it's awesome. And that's like one, and you get up to 8,000. And as you can see, I've used about 6,000. But also, what's cool is that you can use it for bulk trademark validation. So like if I want to do, I mean, you can see here, without revealing my 6,000, like you can see I've like looked up a lot of cryptocurrencies and then done some cryptocurrency shirts. And this is checking if they're safe or not to use on t-shirts. But like in bulk, because I have that tool, Automate POD, where I can just like feed in the...
Now, can we trust them as much as we trust the trademark website? Because they're saying that, let's say, MetaHash is safe to use. Now, if we were to go to...
Yeah, they check against the same database. I think they use Trademarkia, but Trademarkia's database is I don't know if it's like a clone of, or if it just APIs into the USPTO. The only thing is, it's a great question, and we didn't plan this, so it's a great question, seriously, because like it will give a lot of false positives. Or no, not false positives. Wait, false positive? I don't know. False positives
negatives.
or false negatives? I don't know.
False negatives. Wait, are you saying that it sounds like they do their homework and they have it,
I think
right?
it's more...
So false negatives.
I don't know.
False negatives. And when they say no, you can't use it, but you actually can.
Yes.
False negative.
Okay. Yes.
What are you doing? He loves his skunk.
Yeah. So yes, what you just described is the instance that happens most often, where it says no, when in reality it's okay. Because again, it's more perfect science if you like are manually doing it. But if you have a list of like 1,000 cryptocurrencies that you're feeding into designs, which is kind of like, I've definitely done that this year, like create a couple thousand crypto t-shirts and then bulk upload them using upload automation, and then I have to just kind of hope that this was okay, because really all I'm doing is like I come to this screen, and again, I don't want to show everything, but like you can scroll through and just keep an eye on the safe column, because that check mark turns to a red X, and I just keep an eye out for those.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, that was perfect to know. I mean, is there anything else that you wanted to add?
What should we do next week? Or oh yeah, not next week. We can do it this week, but tell them what we talked about. Christmas design. We're gonna make a template for Christmas shirts.
Okay, we're gonna make a template for Christmas shirts.
Because you were making a good Christmas design.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking, like, since we have, or you have, 100 slots, and we have 61 slots open, instead of, like, you did great work, but also, like, what if
I took too much time.
Yeah, so we can make a way of doing a nice Christmas, like, I just call it a template, where
you can plug it in.
Yeah, there'll be variables for different niches.
Love
basically.
it. Love it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching Mary J's Hauls. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment below if you would like to see Ryan and I start a little second series on making we decided to do cocktail making once a week. Healthy cocktails, which we could record us doing.
I didn't say anything about healthy cocktails, but okay.
Healthy cocktails over here. Tonight is Clementine Martinis. But yeah, comment below if you guys would like to see that.
We're going to do it either way, but it won't be on YouTube if nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure to comment below. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.